260 miles from Dutch Harbor, Alaska, the world shrinks to the size of the Time Bandit, a 113-foot fishing vessel battling the Bering Sea. Out here, surrounded by endless gray water and sky, the crew is isolated from everything familiar, locked in a struggle with nature at its most unforgiving. The horizon disappears behind sheets of rain and spray, and every sound is swallowed by the roar of the wind and waves. The end of king crab season is near, but a massive storm barrels in, threatening to end it all. The crew watches the sky darken, knowing that every hour brings the tempest closer. The stakes are higher than ever. If they don't finish before the storm hits, they risk losing not just their catch, but their lives. Captain Jonathan Hillstrand feels the pressure: fill the tanks or risk everything. He scans the radar, calculating every move, weighing the risk of staying out against the danger of heading in too late. The crew trusts his judgment, but the tension is palpable. Every decision could mean the difference between triumph and disaster. The crew moves with mechanical precision, exhaustion etched into every motion, but adrenaline and the promise of home keep them going. Their hands are numb, faces raw from the cold, but they work as one, hauling, sorting, stacking, never pausing, never letting up. Each pot pulled from the sea is a small victory, a step closer to safety. The boat groans through rising swells, a battered veteran in a race against time. The hull shudders with every impact, but the Time Bandit pushes forward, refusing to yield. The ocean tests every bolt and seam, but the crew's resolve is just as strong. Every minute on the grounds is a minute the storm gains. The clock is relentless, and the margin for error vanishes with each passing second. The crew knows that hesitation could be fatal. The mission: pull the last strings of pots, haul in the crabs, and run for port. The deck becomes a blur of motion as the crew races to finish before the sea closes in. Every crab counts, every pot matters, and every man is determined to see the job through. The sea is merciless, and the stakes are life or death. Out here, there are no second chances. The Bering Sea demands respect, and those who forget that lesson pay the ultimate price. The crew's focus sharpens. Get the job done. Get out alive. Every man relies on the others, trusting that together they can outlast the storm. The bond forged in these moments is unbreakable. Out here, the Bering Sea always has the advantage. But, for the crew of the Time Bandit, surrender is never an option. They fight for every crab, every mile, and every moment, knowing that survival is the greatest victory of all. Captain Jonathan steers for the Hillstrand Secret Grounds, a spot built on decades of hard-won knowledge. The first pot breaks the surface, overflowing with king crab. Cheers erupt. 45 keepers, more than double what they need. Next pot, 67, then 39, 54, 65. Optimism surges. The crew's fatigue fades as the numbers climb. Laughter returns. The work feels lighter, and for a moment they're not just fishermen, they're treasure hunters. Captain Jonathan watches from the wheelhouse, a rare smile breaking through. The gamble is paying off. The dream of beating the storm feels real. The crew is fired up, the boat is humming, and the crabs keep coming. It's a perfect start to the final push. But on the Bering Sea, luck never lingers for long. Suddenly, the Time Bandit shudders violently, as if struck by an invisible force. The entire vessel groans under the strain, metal protesting against the relentless power of the sea. For a split second, every man aboard feels the jolt in his bones, a warning that something is terribly wrong. The engines cough and sputter, belching smoke as the boat lurches sideways, nearly throwing the crew off their feet. Red alarm lights flash across the deck, casting an eerie glow in the storm-darkened air. Alarms blare, echoing above the roar of the wind and waves. Something's wrong, seriously wrong. The crew scrambles, adrenaline surging, searching for the source of the chaos. Then, someone spots it. A steel pot line, thick and unyielding, not theirs, is wrapped tight around the running gear. It's a fisherman's nightmare, a tangle that could cripple the boat in seconds. They realize they're dragging 1,000 pounds of someone else's gear, dead in the water as the storm closes in. The boat is helpless, a sitting duck in the path of nature's fury. Captain Jonathan's mind races. He suspects the FV Wizard corked his gear, but there's no time for blame. Survival comes first. Every second lost could mean disaster. The tangled lines threaten catastrophic damage to the propeller and rudder. If they can't free the gear, they risk losing not just time, but the entire season, and maybe the boat itself. The crew gathers at the stern, grim-faced, staring at a Gordian knot of steel and rope. Each man knows what's at stake. The tension is thick, the air heavy with dread and determination. Sending a diver down is a terrifying last resort option. The water is freezing, the current strong, and the risk of entanglement is real. But with no other choice, someone suits up, ready to face the unknown beneath the waves. The clock is ticking. The storm is closer now. Winds howling louder, and hope is slipping away with every passing minute. The crew glances nervously at the horizon, knowing time is not on their side. Their momentum is gone, replaced by dread and uncertainty. Every man aboard feels the weight of the moment, the fear of what might come next. The Bering Sea doesn't care about excuses, or about the men who dare to challenge it. Out here, only the strong and the lucky survive. They're trapped, surrounded by churning water and closing storm. The race just got harder, and the fight for survival has only begun. There's no time for debate. Action is all that matters now. The crew knows that hesitation could mean disaster. Every second the wind howls louder, the waves grow taller, and the margin for error shrinks. In these moments, instinct and experience take over, pushing fear aside as adrenaline surges through every member of the team. The crew, led by the deck boss, launches into a desperate effort to free the boat. Orders are shouted above the roar of the storm. Boots thud across the slick deck, and every hand is needed. Each movement is deliberate, practiced, and vital. Armed with gaffs and cutters, they battle the tangled lines as the sea heaves beneath them. Salt spray stings their faces, and the deck pitches violently. But they refuse to let go. The snarled mess threatens to trap them, but determination keeps them fighting. Captain Jonathan works the throttles, inching forward and back, trying not to snap the propeller or rudder. His eyes dart between the controls and the chaos outside, calculating every move. The pressure is immense. One wrong decision could cripple the vessel. It's a nerve-wracking dance. One wrong move could end the season. The crew's faces are etched with tension, every muscle straining against the relentless sea. The stakes have never been higher. Miraculously, they manage to pull a section of the foreign line to the surface and cut it. The rope is thick, soaked, and stubborn, but teamwork prevails. Each cut brings a surge of hope, a small victory against the odds. Bit by bit, they free the rudder, then the propeller. Cheers erupt as the last of the line falls away, and for a moment, exhaustion is forgotten in the rush of relief. The engines roar back to life. The Time Bandit surges forward. The familiar vibration of the engines is a promise. They're not beaten yet. The boat slices through the waves, leaving the worst behind. Relief sweeps the crew, but the delay has cost them dearly. They steal a moment to catch their breath, knowing the clock is still ticking. Every lost minute could mean fewer traps hauled, less crab caught, and a harder fight ahead. The storm is closer than ever. Dark clouds gather on the horizon, and the wind carries a warning. There's no time to celebrate. The real challenge is just beginning. They've avoided disaster, but now the race is truly on. Every second counts as they push the Time Bandit to its limits, determined to outrun the storm and salvage their season. The ocean shows no mercy, but neither do they. With the boat free, the crew snaps back to work, but the mood is tense. The sky darkens, waves crash over the rails, and the deck is a freezing, dangerous mess. The window to finish is closing fast. Captain Jonathan's voice is all business. He needs numbers now. The first pots disappoint. 10, 13, 15. Well below average. Morale dips, but then a pot stuffed with 38 keepers surfaces, followed by 40, then 25. The average climbs, hope flickers. The storm howls, the boat pitches, and the men brace themselves for the final sprint. 13 pots left, and the sea is a living threat. Every pot is a gamble, every minute a risk. They're racing the storm, and the finish line is barely in sight. The final dozen pots are all that stand between the crew and home. Every pot is scrutinized, 24 keepers, then only 13. The crew is exhausted, battered by wind and waves, but laser-focused on the count. Captain Jonathan's updates crackle over the intercom. Urgency in every word. The storm is now a looming wall on the horizon. With 3 pots left, the numbers are agonizingly close. One bad pot could ruin everything. The crane swings in another. Over 30 crabs. Relief surges. They're almost there. The finish line is finally within reach, but the sea isn't done with them yet. The second to last pot is a monster, over 50 king crabs. The deck erupts in celebration. They've done it, quota met, tanks full. The pressure breaks, replaced by pure triumph. The final pot is a victory lap, the crew cheering as it lands. Captain Jonathan's voice comes over the loudspeaker, congratulating his crew. The men hug, laugh, and let exhaustion give way to joy. Cleanup begins, but the work feels lighter now. The season is over, but the race isn't. The storm is closing in and the celebration is short-lived. The time bandit turns for home, prize in tow. Now, they must outrun the storm. The most dangerous part of the journey is ahead. Survival is still not guaranteed. Tanks full, gear secured, the time bandit races for survival. The storm is here. 50-knot winds, 22-foot waves. Their only hope, False Pass, a notorious shortcut to shelter. It's a narrow, shallow inlet. Timing is everything. One mistake, and the sea will swallow them whole. Captain Jonathan grips the wheel, eyes locked on the chaos ahead. The crew waits in tense silence, their fate in his hands. The pass is a gauntlet of breaking waves and swirling currents. The time bandit charges forward, threading a needle in a hurricane. It's a desperate gamble for a shot at home. As the storm rages, the crew finally gets a moment below deck. A young deckhand scrolls through photos of his family, a world away from the chaos outside. He lingers on his son's smile, feeling the ache of missed moments and sacrifice. The fisherman's paradox, leaving loved ones to provide for them. Around him, others are lost in their own thoughts, each carrying the weight of absence. Home is the anchor that keeps them steady, the reason they endure. The sea is both their livelihood and their curse. He knows the reunion will be worth it, even as the cycle begins again. Out here, every man is fighting for more than just survival. They're fighting for the ones waiting on shore.